Utah begins the game with the basketball. Jay, we talk about it all the time. The coaches in this league, who best puts their players in a position to shine? And now I give you Quinn Snyder.
I remember Quinn Snyder, after an ugly loss to Atlanta last year, really made some changes to their system. And here's the thing I love about Quinn Snyder. He recruited me when I was 15 and 16 years old. He was an assistant coach at Duke. The way he spoke to me really got me to buy in. He taught me that it was about being part of something bigger than yourself. And when you buy into what Quinn Snyder preaches, that's how you end up beating OKC in the first round NBA playoffs.
Utah ball. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Rubio picked up by Paul. Clint Capella swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Harden with the basketball. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Paul. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. Oops. He missed the first one. Second of three is good. Whoops, that won't go. Here's Rubio up top, down a point. Joe Ingles to Favors. Rubio can't get the bounce. Paul with it up top. Leads just a point. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Rubio. Driving right to the basket. Cashes in for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Harden with it up top. His team up by 1. Here comes the screen. Goes to the left side. Paul. To Harden.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
5 seconds to shoot. Harden. His first effort off the mark. Rubio into the front court. Down by 1. Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Mitchell. Harden's on him. To Rubio. Can't connect. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Harden to Paul. Shot clock to 4 for Houston. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Eric Gordon trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Utah's got it. Rubio to Korver. Probing the defense. Korver to Allen. They get it down to Gobert. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Right. Ankle jack, right here.
Chance for Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Crowder matched up with Paul. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Paul to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Number 3, Chris Paul.
Utah with the possession.
Pick him up.
To Allen. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Paul across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Rockets with the lead. Good start to this one. After one quarter of play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my analytical hat off and then put my fan hat on. This has been a blasé first quarter. Not good, not bad, right in between. Let's see how both teams come out and try to adjust themselves in the second half.
Here comes the screen to Paul. Has a chance. Shot by Paul won't go.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Gets it in the right corner. Korver. Fires the 3. Misfires. It's no good. Green with the basketball. Up 5. Paul to Gerald Green. Trying to cash in. Rebound Korver. Grayson Allen. To Korver. Grayson Allen to Corver. Beyond the arc for three. Buries the trifecta.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Houston with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Paul. Rudy Gobert. Tips it. Out of bounds the call off Iman Shumpert. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Houston.
Mitchell with the basketball. It's 14-12.
Hey, watch the screen left.
And he'll head to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
For the Utah.
Donovan Mitchell, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Houston takes over. Paul to Harden. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. James Harden. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Ingles picked up by Paul. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Harden in possession. He'll run the offense. Work it down to Favors. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
It's Rockets ball. To Capella. Paul. Takes stock of the floor. To Harden. Rockets with 4 to shoot. Got a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
24-second violation. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 27, Rudy Gobert.
Mitchell guarded by CP3. Knocked loose. James Harden. 3 for 6 now.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
To Gobert. Rises for the slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Harden to PJ Tucker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it.
Good shot, good shot.
Second of 3, off the mark. shot no good. Nate's just 1 of 3 on that trip. Mitchell with it up top. It's a 1-point game as we approach halftime. Here comes the screen. Mitchell to the basket, but he can't get it to go. Couldn't keep it in. Off Derek Favors. Harden. And Gobert hauls in the rebound. Finish that. Long key from 3/4 court. So a tie one as we reach the break in a 1-point game. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Jazz have the lead, but not by much. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores. For the Utah Jazz, the Rockets are still very much in this matchup. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Field goals.
It doesn't seem fair to nitpick either team's first half performance, particularly when you consider how well each team shot the ball. In a variety of ways, these guys are battling back and forth offensively. It's made for an interesting game.
Player of the half.
Gobert was all over the boards in the first half. You've got to appreciate his determination when shots go up. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
A lot of intrigue to come in this second half. A 1-point game as we resume play here in the third quarter. Harden in possession. His guys now trailing by a point. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Derek Favors able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Paul, deep right corner. To Paul. James Harden. Almost, but no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Rubio matched up with P.J. Tucker. Here comes the screen. Has a look. That's usually one that he'll knock down. To Favors. Count the basket inside.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
Capella to Harden. Deep two there, won't go. Jazz have the ball. Rubio. Here comes the screen. Mitchell here against Harden. He throws it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Mitchell with the basketball. Leads 5 to Rubio. A pass taken away by the Rockets. To P.J. Tucker. Derek Favors sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Favors. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Here comes the screen. Here's Rubio into the front court. Looking to make something happen and draws the contact. So, Rudy Gobert going to the line for 2 shots.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Now Paul with the basketball. The deficit is 6. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Paul to Fareed. Jazz pick it up. Gets to the basket and scores.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Paul into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Chance for Chris Paul. And the rebound taken by the big Frenchman, Gobert. It's Jazz ball.
I got ball.
To Joe Ingles. Surveys the floor.
1 minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Short jumper stays out.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit it.
Mitchell with it up top. His team on top by 8. Slams it down.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell is that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
The assist from number 3.
Paul into the front court. The deficit now up to 12. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Clint Capella snatching it out of the air. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Fareed. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Austin Rivers subbing in for the Jazz. Number 26, Kyle Korver.
Able to convert inside. Deep 3 at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. A nice advantage so far for the Jazz. It's Utah basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And if they were looking good at halftime, Jay, they're really looking good now.
They really turned up that intensity in the 3rd quarter. They were looking to put this game out of reach, and they've come out close to doing it.
Clint Capella with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Harden trying to take it to the basket, but a shot stays out. Joe Ingles to Favors. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Here comes the screen. To Fareed, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Kenneth Fareed has got 2 shots coming. A career 65% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Utah ball. Rubio against Clint Capella to Favors. Nice pass to set things up.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Capella. Clint Capella. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down. Here's Rubio up top. His guys leading by 14. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Has a chance. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Harden to Gerald Green. To Harden. To Fareed. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this 4th quarter.
You like the word discount? Of course you do. Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase 3 or more items at one of our arena stores. This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
New blood coming in for both sides.
For the Utah Jazz, number 26, Kyle Korver. Entering the game for Houston, number 3, Chris Paul.
Paul.
Gotta be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. A bad pass as the Rockets come away with it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Gordon with it. Down a dozen. The shot, almost.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Count the basket at the rim.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Rockets have the ball. Harden to Paul. Probing the defense to Paul. Harden, no good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Substitution being made in this one.
Number 27, Rudy Gobert. And number 45, Donovan Mitchell.
Harden with it up top. 14-point deficit. Screen coming.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
James Harden trying to cash in. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Rubio against Clint Capella.
Watch cut.
Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Goes to the left side. Mitchell. The jumper's off the mark. Kenneth Fareed rejects it. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. Cruises inside for 2.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Rubio into the front court. Lead stands at 10. It's the Jazz who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Jazz came away with the victory in this one. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Rockets put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Steals.
the game.
Derek Favors could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.